Hi, third grade. Let's go ahead and talk about your lesson and assignment today. You're going to go into your Module 4 folder and you're going to go into Motion 405, How Roller Coasters Work. And then there's a handout for 405 called 321 Motion Handout. So let's go ahead and go into Module 4. So we're going to go in the Module 4 folder. We're going to go down into 405 Lesson and Activity, How Roller Coasters Work, and 4321 Motion. So this says, this is a lesson we will do in V class. We're going to take and submit notes. Our essential question we're working on today is how do forces work with a roller coaster? And today I can identify some of the ways that forces make the amusement park rides. So I'm going to read the book below about roller coasters. We're going to stop and we're going to talk about it along the way. This is a book in Epic, okay? So I've got it right here. You can also choose to follow along after the lesson if you would like to go back and read it. It'll be in your mailbox, third graders. Next, there's the handout at the bottom of the lesson, okay? The 405 handout. It looks like this. It says 321 handout. So it says, as Mrs. MG reads the article to you, as Mrs. MG reads the article and you, the video, record some of the information from the video and the article on the 321 handout. So you're going to include 3 facts from the video and the article. I want you to write down 2 scientific vocabulary words or terms from the video or article. And then finally, I want you to come up with 1 scientific question you have about either roller coasters or motion. Then finally, what do you believe was the most important piece of information you learned from the article we read in class or the video you watched? Explain why you felt like it was the most important piece of information. Use at least 3 to 5 sentences to explain your scientific thinking. So third graders, you need to have at least 3 sentences, which we can do. Because if you're telling me the most important information, and then why you thought it was the most important piece of information, that's at least 2 sentences right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first item. So we're going to look at the book Roller Coasters. Okay, so this is over in Epic. So I'm going to open up Roller Coasters.
Roller Coasters by Virginia Lohagen. Roller coasters were inspired by giant ice slides in Russia. What are roller coasters? What goes up must come down. Roller coasters are thrill rides. They're at amusement parks. People ride in wheeled cars. The cars ride on tracks. Chains carry cars up a steep slope. Cars reach the top. They roll down. They follow the track. They drop, rise, turn, loop, and stop. Many people think roller coasters are exciting. There are 2 types of roller coasters. Wooden roller coasters move up and down. They sway. Steel roller coasters have twists. They go high. They go fast. Engineers must think about forces that affect human riders. Forces change. People need to feel the changes so that their muscles respond. If not, they could get hurt. Look. Visit your closest amusement park. Look at a roller coaster. Is it made of steel or wood? How long is it? How high is it? How many loops does it have? Stored energy is potential energy. It changes to kinetic energy. How do roller coasters handle energy? Roller coasters don't have engines. They use potential energy from gravity. Cars are lifted to the top of the first hill. They collect energy this way. They store this energy. They have the most energy at the top. For big rides, engineers make bigger hills at the start of the ride. The first hills are the most important. This increases potential energy. Cars use their stored energy throughout the ride. Gravity gives a downward force. Cars go downhill. They go fast. They fall. Gravity pulls the cars down. Falling builds up energy. Stored energy changes to kinetic energy. Gravity is the force behind this energy. Cars zip around the tracks. Gravity keeps cars on the tracks. It keeps the ride going. Cars at Canada's Wonderland can make it through loops because they have enough speed at the top of the loop. How do roller coasters stay on track? Tracks control energy. They control how cars fall. Downhill tracks let gravity pull down the front of cars. This speeds up cars. Uphill tracks let gravity pull down the back of cars. This slows cars down. Engineers design hills and loops. They make sure cars have enough speed. Too much speed causes cars to fly off tracks. Roller coasters at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom use gravity and inertia to send cars along winding tracks. People feel gravity. They're pushed into and out of seats. Engineers want people to feel these forces. They create loops. Loops build moving energy. Human bodies resist changes in direction. Bodies want to go straight. They try to do so. But roller coasters change directions. Inertia keeps roller coasters moving when tracks are flat or uphill. Think about the importance of safety. Why do roller coasters need to be safe? How do engineers make sure they're safe? On the Thunderbolt at Coney Island, a 90-degree drop is followed by a loop, rolls, dives, and hills. How do roller coasters stop? Roller coaster rides don't last forever. They lose energy to other forces during the ride. Not all energy changes into moving energy. Some changes into friction or drag. Engineers think about friction. They don't want rides to stop. After the first hill, they make other hills smaller. This is so cars can make it over the tops. They also design special wheels to reduce friction. Roller coaster cars use a combination of wheels to move safely and smoothly. Cars' wheels rub along tracks. This reduces friction. Friction resists motion. Wheels allow cars to go faster. This creates heat. Friction causes the heat. Brakes are built into tracks. They're used when cars reach the landing pad at the end of the ride. Brakes increase friction. This stops cars. Cars also resist air. This drag slows cars down. Ask questions. Ask friends or family if they've ridden a roller coaster. How did they feel before the ride? How did they feel after the ride? Would they do it again? Try this. Materials: clear balloon, penny. Procedures: 1. Squeeze penny through balloon. Make sure penny goes all the way in. 2. Blow up balloon. 3. Tie off balloon. 4. Grip balloon at tied end. Hold bottom in your hand. Place fingers and thumb down sides. 5. Swirl in circular motion. 6. Watch penny. It may bounce at first, then it'll roll. 7. Wait for penny to spin. Use other hand to steady balloon. Penny should spin a bit more. Principle at play. This activity shows centripetal forces in action. This is how roller coasters move in loops. These forces are working on the penny. The balloon makes the penny move in a circle. It's because the balloon is circular. Otherwise, the penny would move in a straight line. There's little friction between the penny and the balloon. Nothing is stopping the penny. Use different coins. Observe what happens.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to continue to do. So we've just looked at this book on roller coasters. Hopefully you have some different vocabulary words we can put on our chart from the book, okay? You are going to watch the next 2 video clips about roller coasters, okay? You're going to add to the information either with vocabulary, facts, or a question, okay? Not or a question, and a question. Then you're going to turn it in here. You got this, 3rd grade.